So, my friends, it is Boxing Day. Did you all get some cool stuff for Christmas? I got a surprise PC, which was actually a surprise. I also got some cool presents for other people. I got a hat for my pet sheep, and she just loved it.
Are you Santa's little helper? He's Santa's little helper. You are, aren't you?
Now, you may think that's a look of hate, but no, it isn't. That's a look of, damn, I got what I wanted. And she hates that. You should see what happens. I bought her some socks as well. You should see what happens when you put socks on dogs, because that is fantastic. I didn't record that though. Anyway, as much fun as Ella Boo is having right now, trying to get 5 socks off. That's right, I even put one on her tail. If you got a PC for Christmas, you're probably having even more fun. And in fact, I don't know why you're not playing it right now. If you didn't, and you're looking for a PC in the Boxing Day sales, or at some point in 2017, I'm going to answer the most important question you've ever had, which is, what is the best PC for 2017? This PC may be it, or maybe not. Who knows? Because I don't know what budget you have for these things. I was inspired by Linus Tech Tips video a little bit for this video. A very good review channel, by the way, if you want to watch something about PCs. He's got pretty much everything on there. But he did a video on the best parts you could buy for different price points, and I figured instead of going, oh, this is the best PC that you could possibly buy, I'd choose a mid-price PC. This is the Gladiator Apocalypse Mark II, and then try and customize it or suggest how you could change things to different price points. It is worth noting, Gladiator have sponsored this. I rang them up when I saw it was good value, asked them for a review copy. They sent it through to me. I've got to send it back, but I didn't have to pay for anything for this. Also, I'm doing a pre-built rather than self-built because you can't actually buy this for the price of the pre-built currently. And I feel like self-building is a bit of a barrier to entry, as fun as it is, because it's kind of like a big daunting task if you're not familiar with PCs. The case is an Aerocool Aero 800. That's a lot of aero. I don't know if you could see from the picture here, but look at the quality of the side metal on that case. The front is plastic because I think they need to have it to be plastic to remove the drive bays and stuff. And look how neat the inside of this is. I really like when they cover on these PCs like the hard disk and the power supply with this. It just looks so nice, and you know there's going to be good airflow through this thing. If you're interested in my monitor, by the way, this is a 27-inch Asus. I forget the name, but I'll put it in the description. 144 Hz. Always go for 144 Hz. It is fantastic for playing FPS games on. The motherboard is an Asus B150M Pro Gaming motherboard, which is actually a very good one. The processor, though, a little bit questionable. It's a 6600. You should always spend the £25 extra to get the 6600K, which is overclockable. And also, if you haven't got the budget for a 6600, the 6500 is quite a nice sweet spot as well. It also came with this cooler. There's a lot of aluminium right there. I could build a spaceship out of this thing. Well, yeah, looks really nice. It's a great upgrade if you don't want any fan noise. The graphics card, probably the most interesting part of the build. It's the Asus GTX 1060 Dual, the 6GB version. Look at this close-up, by the way. I had a new camera. I thought that was kind of cool. You probably can't see very much. But anyway, I did a lot of the benchmarks with it. This, of course, is some footage from Time Spy in the background. In Firestrike, just normal Firestrike, it got a score of 9,745. In Time Spy, which is this, it got 3,854. And in Heaven, that's 1080p Ultra Extreme Tessellation and 8 times anti-aliasing, it got 1,533. And I love this Time Strike demo, by the way. Why isn't this a real game? A couple of cool things I wanted to show you about the peripherals, because this was just magical. Not that beautiful camera slide there, but this is the actual lighting on this keyboard. That's called Visor, and this one is called Rain. So if I ever run out of Christmas tree decorations, I don't need to worry anymore. How good value, though, is this PC? Well, this is the Gladiator Apocalypse website. Looks a lot better than the old one did. And it costs £869.80 for the default build of this with the 6600 in it. It doesn't have that Big Be Quiet cooler, but it does have Windows 10 included with this and a 4-year warranty, which is pretty damn good. So I checked these prices on Christmas Day, so they're up to date as you can possibly get. To self-build this, it costs £907.88. Significantly more than buying it pre-built, and even if you use a system builder version of Windows, it would still cost you £880.89. I would say though, always check these prices and have a look around yourself, because I might have missed something, or things might have suddenly changed one day to the next I don't know, but just make sure to do that. I also do realize a lot of you probably don't have the budget for a mid-price PC. I'm going to sort that out in just a second. Before I do, if you do have the budget, and in fact if you do have more than the budget for this PC, then the upgrade you should definitely go for, other than the processor, is to switch the graphics card out from a 1060 to a 1070, because in terms of value to performance, the 1070 is probably the best in Nvidia's current range, so you should definitely go for that. Now this part is a little bit difficult for me to do because I don't want to bore you, because I know some of you are just watching this for entertainment, not really interested in the PC. So I figured the best way to do this was tell you the best quality parts for like a low price PC that you can get new. Generally for that you want to be aiming between $500 and $550, and probably the equivalent in pounds, because parts are quite expensive in the UK. But if you go in below $500, and I have tried one of these PCs in a video I made a while back called Console Price PC, but you're probably better off getting a console, to be honest, or buying a second-hand PC and taking the risk associated with that, because you're going to be at a disadvantage in multiplayer games. It's just not going to be smooth, I didn't find, below that kind of price point. But this is the list of parts that is probably your like minimum buy level for 2017. Processor, 6100 i3, they go up to 3.7 GHz, so they're pretty damn good. A H110M motherboard, 8GB of RAM and a 1TB hard disk drive. Doesn't really matter which one of those you get. The graphics card, you've got a choice between an RX 470, which I've heard are very good, but I've never tried them, and also a 1050 Ti. There's a very good case out at the moment called a Fractal Design Core Mini ATX, and you want to go for like about a 450 to 500 watt power supply, and that should get you not a disadvantage, very good frame rates on low to medium settings in pretty much all modern games. There is a PC similar to those specs on Gladiator's website, 4525, but I haven't reviewed that, I haven't compared the prices or anything. I literally just saw it the other day when I was looking through. So I'll link it, but you'll need to compare the prices yourself because it's not really part of this review. Going to show you how this PC performs now in different games, so you've got a good benchmark of how like this price point kind of performs. I recorded everything using this AVerMedia because I don't always go on with Shadowblade, but you can only record like 5 minutes, but the accurate frame rate you get on the PC is in the top left. The Witcher 3, with everything maxed out. I would say with the 1060 you want to reduce settings very slightly because you do go under 30 frames per second sometimes, but damn, if you get a PC, get this game because it's so good.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promised you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that. It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone. And don't ever come back.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning.
But then...
Subnautica! I've included this as like the indie option. Really good dev team on this, by the way. They're the same guys who built Natural Selection 2, but runs beautifully on this PC. This is in 1080p with all graphics maxed out. Arma 3! Ever wanted to know what lag truly feels like? Well, this game's got you covered. And this is probably a really good example of the frame rate on this PC, by the way. This is the Sea Fortress that we partially built for the last video off an existing model. And it's pretty much at the memory limit for objects here. So if you're getting... This is basically as bad as the game will perform at 1080p with all the graphics set to high. It doesn't really matter what PC you play on this. Like, it could be an insanely powerful one. You're still going to get fairly bad frames per second because the game just doesn't use your graphics card and your processor. But it is becoming 64-bit soon, so these things may improve in the future. Dishonored 2, another really good game, by the way. So if you get a PC, get this and Witcher, because it's... But I've got everything maxed out here. I did hear, because I didn't play this on release, but I heard it had really bad frames per second, but it would appear that... I don't know if they fixed that maybe in a patch, but it seems to run really nice. I mean, look at this cityscape.
Dunwall always has a way of turning sour, just as soon as you get comfortable. Delilah took away the mark of the outsider. No more sorcery.
I can't believe Ramsay's a traitor. Is Lady Emily all
There's a
right?
coup underway. Emily is... she's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Maybe through Emily's safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for you. Get away and help Emily.
I'm sorry, Captain Mayhew. Goodbye.
That's Corvo. It's on. I'll bring your head to the Duke. No! Damn it! Going anywhere. I'll be the new royal. Finally, reading always shows.
Star Citizen. I'm just putting this game in because I think it's cool. This isn't representative of the frame rate you're obviously going to get because this game is in very early access and they're not really optimized it yet. By the way, that guy was floating outside. What a fudge. This is the Star Marine mode that they've just released. It's like an FPS module, but when the game is finished, you'll be able to fly from space all the way down to a planet's surface and land on there. And not in like the freaking No Man's Sky kind of way where you end up meeting a T-Rex raptor chicken when you land, but in like a beautifully... just look at the graphics in this. And they've just switched over from CryEngine to Amazon's Lumberyard engine, so they've now got, like, the might of Amazon, who's going to space properly, apparently, behind them to build this game. So things could get very good very soon, I think. Some of you will have noticed there is no sound in space, but part of the lore of this game is that you've got a little speaker in your spacesuit that plays these sounds. You weren't ready for that, were you? Crysis! I just thought I'd try it out because this was always the test of how good your PC was. And I can remember not being able to play this on like 720p at 30 frames per second, but it runs beautifully on this 1060.
I got no man, no reserve. Keep it together, kid. You're over water. Your suit should absorb the impact. Nomad, what's your status?
I'm okay, but my HUD's scrambled. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but you missed the LZ. Make your way to the beach.
On my way.
Did anyone hit the LZ? You guys are all over the place. Check in. Psycho here. Down and on the move. Justice down. I'm seeing the LZ. Aztec, I have negative visual feed from your unit. Report. Aztec, report. Damn it.
Prophet, I made it to the beach.
You hit the water pretty hard. Some of your suit functions are offline. Let me run a quick diagnostic. The video feed is breaking up. I'm gonna try to recalibrate. Alright, your suit checks out. You're back online. Still no word from Aztec. Nomad, rendezvous with Jester and head to Aztec's location.
Finally, Battlefield 1. Now for some reason the Fraps indicator didn't record in this clip. Probably something to do with Origin in-game, but I didn't realise until the PC had gone back, so couldn't really fix this. To give you a good indicator of how this PC performs, I tested on the laggiest map in the game, which is Amiens, with everything maxed out, and I was getting very occasionally a drop below 60 frames per second, and that was usually like in an absolute massive battle in a 64 player server, but the vast majority of the time I was getting between 75 and 95 frames per second, which is very, very good, and it looks absolutely beautiful.
The nose of the train, multiple.
Okay.
That was cool.
Oh, you are at the nose of the train. God, you're getting in there, mate.
You know me, I like to get involved.
There's loads of them there.
If it's not YOLO, it's not right, Sada. Is that a Panzer? God, I wish I spoke German.
A Panzer?
Oh, I'm out of ammo again. Problems. Oh, I'm out of ammo!
Oh, yeah,
I'm so far away. So that was it. Thanks for watching the video. It really is a very good PC, this one, and I'm hoping this video at the very least has given you a good idea of what to get at different price points. Make sure to check out the link in the description because there's a lot of really useful information in there if you're looking to get a PC this year. But on that note, guys, hope you had a great Christmas, have a good new year, and I shall see you in the next chapter.